welcome to your December yoga class on a Tuesday, right after Thanksgiving. So I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, and here we are back on our mat. Glad you're here with me. Today we're going to have a class that's a perfect mix of strength, stability, balance, and stretching. So that being said, go ahead and get yourself situated. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position, tall spine, seat rooted. And once you get there, let's let your eyes close or gently focus on the mat in front of you and come into this moment. Recognizing this time you set aside for your yoga practice. Maybe bringing an intention to your practice today. Why did you show up on the mat? Breathing that in. Noticing what is right here in this moment. Coming back again and again. To the act of being present for whatever is. Knowing that it's not always beautiful, not always perfect, no such thing as good. And then I'll read the poem that I randomly opened to. It's called 1,000,000 Times. If I continue to be fearful now and then, so be it. If old conditioning gets triggered till I tremble like a lost child with the woods around me on fire and a dragon close behind, I will wend my way back again to the source of truth, though it may take more time than my patience or pride is comfortable with. If I find the light only to lose it, and do that 1,000,000 times before I die, it means the light will shine inside me 1,000,000 times. If I am truly there to see it and rejoice in my discovery before darkness closes in, I will have exceeded every expectation I ever had about living a light-filled life. And that's the perfect piece of poetry to remind us that we come back 1,000,000 times to this moment, to this breath, to this realization. Knowing that emotions and fear, suffering will pull us away and we can come back again and again. And that is life. So with that, let us take our 3 breaths together in community. We inhale through the nose and exhale as if we're blowing out a candle. Again. And one more time. And with that next breath, we open our eyes and reach our arms to the sky on the inhale, reach up. Fingertips stretch, and on the exhale, hands come down. We're going to start with a little energizing breath work. So inhale, hands come up, fingers interlace, reach the palms to the sagai, pause here. And then we're going to breathe out in short little puffs through our nose like this. So you just quick, short through the nose. Don't worry what happens. You're at home. No one can see. So let's start. We take a big, long, slow inhale and then puff it out. The belly will naturally go in and out. I'll let that one go. Reach the fingers up and down. We're going to do one more set, just a little different arm movement this time. We inhale both hands up, making that V. And this time we're going to go. The out is on the down, so go. Same puffing through the nose, same bellow breath in the belly. Big inhale, reach, wiggle all 10 fingers, and let those hands come down. So this simple breath work can bring energy and aliveness to the body as we go into winter with some cloudier days. Maybe it's rainy, maybe it's snowy, maybe it's cold, maybe you just want to snuggle under your blankets. And we can use our breath work, another technique in yoga, to enliven our body. So let's go ahead and roll over our knees and begin our asana practice. Meaning the practice, there's multiple limbs to yoga, as people describe. One is breath work, one is meditation, and one is the poses, which is what most people think of as yoga. I tried to add in the others because it's all yoga. So go ahead and come to all fours, knees under hips, wrists under elbows under shoulders. Let's start with our basic cat and cow. We look up, we drop our belly, we lift our heel, and exhale, we round, really pushing in to the palms, and see how far back you can look at thighs or maybe even belly button. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Let's go ahead and reach right foot back, left hand forward. We've been here before, always able to modify by making this just 3 limbs touching the ground. So you decide if you want all of it. And then let's round the back, elbow to knee, nose to knee, pull it all in, and inhale, reach it all out. Finding your rhythm with movements we've done many, many times. Waking up the spine and building some core strength. Last one, meet me with extension, then bend the knee. And if you want, reach that left hand back and grab the foot. Eyes gaze forward, heart lifts. And then set it down. And then we're going to make some hip circles, one way around the kneecaps and the other. And then complete spinal undulation, moving spine from tip of the head to the tailbone. Next, we reach left foot back or right hand forward. This time you know where we're going. Remember, you can do 3 legs. You can hold this pose and build strength, or you can add the movement. Pulling in, reaching up. Here's the inhale. Here's the exhale, rounding, pulling in. Big breaths. That bellow breathing. One more. Meet the extension. And then we bend. Left foot reaching right hand back and seeing if they can connect. If they do, top of the foot pushes into the fingertips and we lift our heart. And setting it down. And wiggling the hips. Undulating the spine. Reach the hips back and find your first child's pose. Drop the forehead to the ground. Come up on all 10 fingers. And stretch out those shoulder blades. One more breath here. Look, lift the head, look between the hands, place the palms on the mat, and as we're going to reach our chest forward as we come through, belly to earth, and then a baby cobra, and down. 2 more, up, and down, up, push through all 4s, and back to child's pose. This time in child's pose, walk 3 hands off the mat to the right. Stack left hand on top or right. And open up those side ribs. Following the breath. Then walking hands through the center. Off to the opposite side, place right hand over left, and open up the right ribs. Hands back to the center, come on up, tuck those toes, walk the hands back. Actually, let's keep the knees on the earth. Stack hips, chest, and head, and stretch out the bottoms of the feet before we get started. Tall spine. Let's do hands on knees, and let's do that bellow breath one more time through the nose. Mind off your feet, come back to all 4s, lift your knees. Hovering the kneecaps, feeling the strength of our upper body. Holding a little longer than you expect. And then reach belly back to thighs as you reach tailbone to the sky. Drop the head between your upper arms. And then reach right heel back, left heel back, right heel back, left heel back. Pedaling out your dog. Both heels back. Lift all 10 toes. Then up on the balls of the feet and back down and hold. Can shake your head yes and shake your head no. Letting the head be heavy. Look at that. Oh, lift your head. Look at the space between your thumb and walk your feet to that space. Again, belly to thighs. Drop the head. Wrap your arms and reach your tailbone up. Hands can grab the back of your ankles. Not necessarily. This assures you bring your belly to your thighs. And then you reach the hips up to feel that stretch of the hamstrings. Release the hands, grab opposite elbows. Hang here. And then let's inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands above the head. Hands to heart. Hands drop by the sides. Mountain pose. And then let's go into some basic sun salutations. Inhale, hands up, eyes up, a little bit back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk, step, or jump back to your strong plank. Lower down, first chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. One breath here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, hands up, back bend. Forward fold. Halfway. Hands to the mat. To plank. Chaturanga. Hover. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Through the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, hands up, back bend. Forward fold. Halfway. Hands to the mat. Walk or step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee and open the hip. Letting the foot hang here. Little twist, little hip opening. Reach that right foot back up. And bring that right foot up between the hands. Left, right hand up for a low lunge twist. Always can put your knees down. Back of the hand to the back wall. Drop the right hand inside the right leg. Really squeezing that right knee toward the right shoulder. Can stay here or go deeper as you bring your forearms to the mat. Always can put that knee down or keep the back of the thigh up and strong on the ball of the foot. You can rock back and forth here, side to side, and then come up. We're not going to stay as long as usual. Wiggle that right foot back between the hands and step back, lower down. Hover, up dog, down dog. Left foot to the sky, left knee bent. Open that hip. Hold here for a few breaths. Back to the three-legged dog. Left foot between the hands. Left hand to the sky for the twist. deeper for lizard stretch. Come on back up, move the foot back between the hands, drop the hips, look up, then step back to plank, hold here. Right hand taps left shoulder, left hand taps right shoulder. You decide how many. When you've had enough, lower down. And bring your belly all the way to the earth. Hold on, I think I need to scooch back because I'm off. There we go. So we're belly on the earth. Let's bring our hands back by our sides, down by our hips. Reach the hands back, fingertips stretching to the back wall as we reach our forehead, chin, and chest off the mat. Lifting and touching down. You can also interlace the fingers behind the back. At first, resting the thumbs on the buttocks. And then lifting again, forehead, chin, chest, reaching the hands off the bottom, reaching back with the knuckles, and then if you want more, lifting the heels, and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, drop, stack the wrists, and rest your head, forehead on those wrists, pause here. Knowing that it's all yoga. The breathing, the resting, the movement. Go ahead and bring your hands by your sides. I'm going to go ahead and come up to high cobra or up dog. And then let's find our way to the down dog. Pedal it out. Settle in. From here, let's reach that right foot up. Right knee, right elbow, right foot up. Right knee, left elbow, right foot up. Right knee toward the nose or the chin. Really pull that chin up high as you can. Pushing in, pushing in, pushing in. And then stepping up, foot up. Meet me in high lunge. Hips drop down. Hands reach up. Left heel reaches up. As we come into high lunge. You can bring the palms together and point the middle fingers up and look up. Then let's cactus the arms. And then let's turn to the right and reach right hand out, left hand forward. You can drop that right hand and bring the left hand up. Sink the hips a little lower. Stretch those arms back up. Come back to high lunge. And then sweeping hands back. Let's launch ourselves forward for warrior, a variation on warrior 3. Step back again, hands sweep up, and hands sweep down. Step back, meet me in down dog, or go through chaturanga. Left foot up. Left knee, left elbow. Left foot up. Left knee, right elbow. Left foot up. Left knee to the nose. Bring that thigh to the chest. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Then place that left foot down. And come on up for high lunge. Heel up. Hips down. Hands up. If you want to add a little back bend, bring palms together and look up. And then we're going to open the hands and cactus the arms. Turn to the left and spread the hands out. Can look at the side wall or back toward that left hand. You can drop the left hand and reach the right hand up. Coming back to high lunge, chest forward. We're going to sweep the hands back as we launch that right foot up and come into warrior three. Step back, hands back up to high lunge, hands down, step back, chaturanga, inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Eyes gaze up. Oh, look at that spot between the thumbs. Walk, step or jump. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold and hold. A little deeper forward fold than when we started. You decide where you want your hands. And then with a little bend in the knees, let's roll up. And pause here. Letting our blood re-equilibrate. Let's do some balancing poses here. Some familiar, but always useful to practice. Settle in, rooting through the feet. We're going to start with rooting left foot in, right knee up. And then we're going to bring left hand, left hip, right hand, right knee, our right hand to right big toe. Once you get yourself situated there, you can stay there, or you can kick out through that heel, lifting the heart and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate that hip out. Holding, drop the right hip. So there's a tendency to go like that. Drop that hip to keep them level. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm a little wiggly. Come back. And then release the hand if you were holding and kick that right foot out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Nice job. Pausing here again. Doing what you need to do to recalibrate before the opposite side. Root through the right foot. Left knee up. Left hand to that left knee. Right hand to the right hip. Or you can grab that big toe. If so, kick it out. You can also use a strap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate it out. Five, 4, 3, release the hands, both hands on the hips. Lift that foot as high as you can, straight out in front of you, crown of the head lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Playing with balance. Let us, if you're not at the top of the mat, come back to the top of the mat. Let's bring our big toes together. And we're going to sit back into chair. Hips reach back, knees stay over the heels. Let's start with hands coming straight out. Sink a little deeper. And let's bring those hands to the heart. Elbows are both pushed out to the side. And then rotate to the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back center. Opposite side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Back to hands straight out. Drop the hands and reach the hips up for forward fold. Well done. Mixing it up from here, let's reach right foot back, placing heel down and the foot at a 45-degree angle. Then come up, right hand up, left hand up, and meet me in warrior 2. So taking out some chaturangas. Holding the simple, powerful pose. Shouldn't say simple because there's so much going on in warrior 2. It's a reason it's a classic pose. We're going to go from warrior 2 to half moon. I'm going to step back so I can stay on the screen. You're in your warrior 2, and then you're going to reach left hand forward and touch the earth or up block as right hand comes up and hips are stacked for half moon. And we can, I'm going to stay in classic pose and then step back to warrior 2. Nice job. Cartwheel the hands, step the right foot up and come back to forward fold. Let's step the left foot back, heels aligned, both heels down, left foot at a 45 degrees, reach left hand up, and then right, reverse cartwheel for warrior 2 on this side. And then, again, we're going to half moon, launching forward. Right hand down, left hand up. Left heel reaches straight back. Hips are stacked, chest faces the side wall. If you really want, I could have told you on the other side, grab that left foot. Find that arch. And then step back. And meet me in warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands. Step back to plank. Holding. Let's do one more balancing pose. Roll it to the left, right hand up for side plank. Really reach that hips up so you're almost trying to make a curve shape. That really engages those core muscles. Drop the right hand and go straight to the opposite side, left hand up. Reach up that hip. Back to plank, drop the knees, reach the hips back. This time keep the knees together, drop the forehead and bring your hands by your side, back by your heels, palms up. This is a great way to open the space between the shoulder blades as they kind of drip over the knees. Find the breath. Slow the breath. Bring awareness to the belly breath. Bring awareness to the breath in the back of the body. And then roll on up again. In kneeling, this time we come up, tuck the toes again. And you have the option for a variation on camel here. Bringing the hands in the back pockets, fingertips down, elbows reach back as if you're trying to get the elbows to touch, which gently pushes the hip bones forward as you gaze up and up and up and up, keeping the hip bones over the knees. And if you want, and you have the flexibility, you can let the hands come back and grab the heels, but keep moving those hips forward, chin up. And coming back. Woo. Steady. Hands come down to all fours. Undulate the spine. Let's sit back one more time. Stretch those fingers out. And then come back to all fours. Cross your ankles behind you and come to a seated position. We're to our seated poses. It looks like my body wants to start right here in cobbler pose, so let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to interlace all the fingers, hook the toes, pull the shoulder blades down, lift the crown of the head. Once you have that part, you can drop your eyes and chin without changing a thing, gazing at your toes with that slight tug. Release the hands. Walk the hands forward, maybe coming to the forearms, maybe stacking wrists and letting the forehead rest there. You find how deep you'd like to go here, and it might not be as far as me, or it might be farther. Be open to listen to your body and its cues, not my cues. We're going to do one more variation that I haven't done in a while, and that's that we're going to reach the crown of the head as if we could plant it. Actually, you could act like you're planting it right there in the soles of your feet or on the mat in front of your toes. But you drop your head, drop your chin, and then you're rolling down, 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 down. Curling inward. let's come on back up. Long, tall spine. Close the knees by grabbing both knees and bringing them together. Let's do a little bit more balancing while we're here. Tall core, spine, tailbone to the crown of the head. Reach the hands under the knees, behind the thighs. We'll turn this way. We're playing with balancing, so shoulder blades roll down and back. We keep that long spine. Show the bottom of the feet so the legs can be at a right angle. And then you can release the hands here. And you can stay here, or any of the positions in between. Or you can work on straightening those legs. I'm playing with straightening and with really pulling belly to thighs here before I let go. So I can play with all different positioning. And then drop the feet and give yourself a hug. Drop the head. And then pick one of the variations and do it again. And then put the feet down. Hands reach back, fingertips point toward the bottom. Feet are hip width apart. Arms are shoulder width apart. And then we're going to reach our hips and do reverse tabletop. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set them down. Stretch out the heels. Shake out the legs. Long, tall spine. And then let's bring right knee up and drop right knee out. Sole of the foot inside of the thigh. So it's the tree pose in the legs. Then turn the chest so that it's a little more turned right over this left leg, and slide the hands down the leg, grabbing what you can grab, and then bringing the chest, the chin over that leg, feeling that nice stretch. Letting the breath naturally slow as we come into our seated positions, asanas, poses, stretches. You'll notice the longer you hold it, the deeper you kind of sink into it. Coming on back up, drag those hands back up the leg. Let's switch side to right, heel stretches out. Left foot, sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh. Left knee out at a right angle. Check your right angle. Bring right toes up. Turn the chest just that little bit over the right leg. Hands start at the top and just slide on down. Recognizing the difference in the two legs. And go ahead and come on back up. Bring the left knee up, slide the left to meet the right. Let's do a basic forward fold again. Let both hands slide down both legs. See where they go. Accept where they go, and then forward fold. And come on back up. Let's do a wide angle. So make a V shape with your legs, crown of the head up. And you're gonna go straight down the middle here. Hands can like act like they're pushing a block forward as they slide forward. Hinging at the hips. Again, use props, bolsters, your arms, and come to the depth that feels right to you. And then hold. Sinking a little deeper. Come on back up. Nicely done. Let's bring those feet back together. Rearrange yourself on the mat. If you need to come to your back. Let's start with a rabbit. You can do it supported with a block or with elbows. Legs stretch out. We come up onto our elbows, kind of like you're at the beach. Lift your heart, point your toes, and then you can drop your head back. So you can definitely put a block between your shoulder blades, or you can use your elbows for support. Lift the head, look at your toes, and then roll all the way down to your back. Let's just pause here to feel, see if you can feel the space between your shoulder blades in the mat, on the mat. Hip bones, lower back. I'm going to bend the knees to take a little pressure off that lower back and bring the edges of the feet to the edge of the mat and windshield wiper those legs. Nicely done. And then legs straight up. Hands by your hips, palms down. And let's point. Point. And try to make a C shape with the soles of your feet. Meaning pull those toes in, curl them in, point, point, point. Feels like an over point. And then flex. Do that a few times. And then bend the knees. Come into a happy baby. Are you pulling those knees into the armpits? Soles of the feet shine up to the sky, pulling on the outside edges of the feet. And then let's kick both heels out for that wide angle, and then knees in and out. You can do one leg at a time or both. So it's a V, a happy baby variation. If you want to bring them higher, you can bring your look up and bring your shoulders inside your knees. That your stretch. And then release that. Bring these to our chest. Let's place the feet on the floor. I'm going to do some basic bridges. Hands come back by heels. Let's lift those hips. Walk the shoulder blades under and interlace the fingers. Keep those hips up. We're going to hold for 10 counts. 10. Keep lifting higher. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. A little bit higher. And 1. Roll it down. And windshield wiper the knees. Let's bring both feet up and then cross thighs right over left and drop the knees to the left. And let's spread those arms wide, giving it a nice twist. Eyes gaze up over here to the right hand. So we have eagle legs, if that feels right. If not, stack the knees. And come back through the center. Untwist the legs and switch to the opposite side. So left thigh over right. And then drop them to the right. And eyes gaze to the left. Come back center, unwrap the knees, bring both knees to the chest, grab your shins. Actually, I'm going to grab the soles of my feet and bring my head up. I kind of like the way that feels, grabbing the outsides of the feet, but knees and ankles are together. Pull tight, tight, tight. Noses touching knees, curled inward. Even tighter, we're going to keep holding it. And then come all the way out to Shavasana. Feet and arms can come off the mat. Or if you like a Shavasana, you can put both palms of the hands on the ribs and let the 2 middle fingers touch. And then breathe. So the fingers, you can really feel through the fingers, bringing attention to that belly breath. Maybe taking conscious belly breathing before we let completely go into Shavasana since we were bringing some attention to different breath practices. Belly breathing is a great way to recenter and calm down. So the first breath we did obviously was alivening, and this is calming. Long, slow, deep belly breathing. And then when you've had enough belly breathing, you can release your hands and let go into Shavasana. Noticing the weight of the body melting into the mat. I'll read the poem, and then I'll mind the time as you rest deeply. 1,000,000 times. If I continue to be fearful now and then, so be it. If old conditioning gets triggered till I tremble like a lost child with the woods around me on fire and a dragon close behind, I will wend my way back again to the source of truth, though it may take more time than my patience or pride is comfortable with. If I find the light only to lose it, and to do that 1,000,000 times before I die, it means the light will shine inside me 1,000,000 times. If I am truly there to see it and rejoice in my discovery before darkness closes in, I will have exceeded every expectation I ever had about living a light-filled life. From this place of light and love and calm and peace, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Bring that intention you brought to the beginning of practice back to mind. Breathe it in and let it out. Let it go. Even if you did not think about it once, it still did some magic. And now you can let it go. Go ahead and stretch those hands over the head. Give that spine a wiggle. Roll to the right side, resting your head on your upper arm. Bring your knees toward your chest and pause here in gratitude. then push yourself up to that comfortable seated position. This time we're going to bring our hands to our heart and take those 3 breaths together in community. This time on the exhale, make some noise. We inhale through the nose and exhale with an audible sound. Maybe it's an ooh, an oh, an om, an ah. You decide. One more. That light, that spirit in me honors that in every single one of you. Thanks for showing up for your practice, for filling the world with more love and kindness. That light in me honors that light in you. Namaste. Thanks for showing up.